What's up, Raiders? Buffalo here, and we just got our first update in Arc Raiders. These are updates we're going to be getting almost weekly. I guess we're not exactly sure how frequently they're going to be. I'll show you here in the roadmap here. It says ongoing, new map conditions, new feats and trials, new cosmetics, quality of life updates, and more. So that is the update we just got. Got 3 new map conditions, and they are going to be Electromagnetic Storm. We also got Hidden Bunker on Spaceport, and they added night raids to Bluegate. This is going to be our first experience of 5-tier difficulty, except for on Damn Battlegrounds. Electromagnetic Storm and night raids will still be 4-tier difficulty. But on every other map, Electromagnetic Storm and night raids will now be maximum 5-tier difficulty, so make sure you're bringing in your best gear to deal with those arcs. I personally like bringing an anvil with the silencer, at least like level 2 or level 3 with a lot of heavy ammo, fully repaired. If you can hit your shots, does a good job. I played 3 different rounds of the Electromagnetic Storm last night, first on Bluegate and then on Damn Battlegrounds, and it's definitely a little bit different if you played Electromagnetic Storm during the server slam. The lightning strikes aren't as frequent, but they will still mess you up in the same exact ways. The 2 ways it'll do it is if you're trying to sit still somewhere out in the open, it will spawn lightning on you. I knew this was going to happen. I saw a Rocketeer right above me, but I had no choice but to crouch in a bush. I had nowhere else to go. And right as I was starting to do it, I knew lightning would strike where I was. And a second later it did. I was too scared of the Rocketeer to like sprint and slide out or try to dive out. You can't just crouch walk out of it, and it hit me, and it can almost one-shot you. So if you're not fully healed up, you got to be careful for these. They will also, like we were doing Bluegate first, and we had some duo lobbies, and the first 2v2 we were fighting, one of the players got downed twice by lightning. He got downed, his friend brought him up, and then he got downed again by lightning strikes. So if you're just trying to hold something, like he was just trying to hold one rock, and he couldn't really peek it or we were going to shoot him, he just had to sit there and get struck by the lightning and die. So you can't really hold one position in PvP when you're outside with the Electromagnetic Storm, and you can't rat and crouch and hide in a bush away from arc, or else it's going to strike right on top of you. The other way they're going to try to get you with the lightning is that the game will be able to sense when you're moving forward. Like if you start sprinting, slide down a hill, get on a zipline, it can hit you on the zip lines. But it will put the lightning strike right in front of you as you start sprinting or sliding or get on a zip line, the same way it can sense you sitting still holding a rock or hiding from an arc or even trying to breach something outside. The same way it can sense you just standing still and put a lightning strike right on top of you, it will sense you moving forward quickly and put one right in front of you. So it really just keeps you on your toes. Really cool to see this already. It's a very different, interesting twist on the maps and how to play the game. Just making environmental hazards more of the focus rather than the PvE or the PvP. So just 1 week in, we already have this very creative, new, interesting, different take on the playstyle. Very interested to see what else they have up their sleeve coming in the rest of the updates in November and December and in the future and beyond. It's already such a great game. It's already so well thought out and lovingly crafted. It's so great to see things like this, new content already that adds a new, different twist on the game. Very much looking forward to what Arc Raiders has in store for the future. They actually made quite a lot of improvements on the Electromagnetic Storm animations and effects since the server slam. So it's very tense. There seems to be much fewer arc. So like if you're used to just Bluegate being overrun with arc, during Electromagnetic Storm, there seems to be much, much fewer. As you can see here, it does say... I'm on Night Raid right now, my fault. As you can see here, it does say disrupting arc machines. So there could be some effect there. I think it is very loud, very hard to hear. You're not going to hear much of anything, the rain, especially if you have night mode audio set on. You might want to turn night mode audio off for Electromagnetic Storm because it is very loud. One time I ran into a room and somebody was in there looting and I couldn't even hear them. I jump scared the shit out of them and myself. All right, the next one is going to be Hidden Bunker on Spaceport. Essentially, what you're going to be doing here is there's going to be antennas on the map, and you'll be able to see them on your map. There's a north, south, east, and west antenna, and teams need to go around and activate those antennas. Once the antenna is activated, there's a bunker right here where you can get into, and you're going to go downstairs. You're going to start downloading from computers, but you have to stay next to the computer while it downloads. There's going to be a lot of fireballs and pops and ticks coming at you from everywhere. And then once you're done downloading the data, then you have to retrieve the data. And then there's more steps to it. This just came out last night. I'm not sure it's been figured out yet. I went to sleep after the first hour it was out and nobody had figured it out yet. So sure, people will be figuring it out soon. Make sure to subscribe to stick around. I will be posting a full guide on how to do it once everything is confirmed on how to do it and what loot will be available from it. But this seems to be like a really cool thing. A lot of teams are just going straight down here and having insane fights. So if you like that kind of activity in this kind of game where everybody in the lobby is probably going to be hard focusing it, there's going to be a lot of PvP opportunities for those kind of players in 3-man lobbies. And then in solo lobbies, there will be a lot of cool opportunities for people to team up with other solos and try to get this completed. And potentially run into groups of other solos and have to battle. Could get really interesting, this kind of mode. I'm very interested to see the way the community develops and what the meta will be around these kind of activities where the loot is going to be really good, but also it provides a really unique and interesting challenge. So even if you don't get the loot, it's just going to be something fun and interactive with. So almost the entire lobby is going to be going for this every single time, I feel like. So it's going to be pretty interesting and pretty fun. And the last new thing they added is going to be night mode on Bluegate. It's also going to be 5 stars. You are going to have the increased loot. So think about that one really good loot room down here in Head House where you can drop down from reinforced reception. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at this point. Every TikToker and YouTuber in the world besides me has posted about it this week. I've been using the route to help my friends get loot. People who, only have like 10, 15, 20 hours in the game, or if I run into new players and they don't know it, I was showing it to them. And the day after I started using it and showing it to everybody, and I'm not saying I'm the one who found it. I knew lots of other people knew about it as well, but it just seems that all of a sudden in the last couple days, every single person has posted about this. So there's that one little room down here that you can breach and get pretty good weapons and almost always get a pattern from. The loot in that room on a night raid with the higher tier loot modifier is going to be very sought after. I can imagine a lot of people are going to be running straight to this area to try and get all the good loot that you can get. Also, the zip where you drop down, get the gun case, the 2 different puzzles where you hit the screen and get red, blue, or yellow, the red room that you open up. There's going to be an insane amount of loot here that is already some of the best loot in the game, that people are pretty much making the meta of where to go farm loot in this game. It's now going to be even better with the night raid modifiers. You can expect there to be a lot of activity during night raids here, but beware, because the Ark are going to be harder. They're going to be that 5-tier difficulty, and they're not going to be disrupted from the lightning storms like they will be in the electromagnetic storms. You'll also have the little puzzles out here in Ancient Fort, Raider's Refuge, and the tiny little puzzles you can do with the Adorned Wreckage, and up here in Ridgeline with the husks there as well, if they have the opportunity to put the Arc power cells in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a video how to complete all of these puzzles. I'll link that down below. Make sure to click that and watch that if you don't know what I'm talking about and you want some quick, easy loot on Bluegate. This loot is just going to be way even better now in a 5-tier night raid. Another place that might be really, really good is Pilgrim's Peak. You rarely ever see people up here. It's just so far away from everything that you just rarely see people here. Also here in Village, there's a building where you can only get into one upper attic area. It's a building that you need a key to get in on the lower floor, but if you look up, there's a zip line going to the roof where you can open one of the windows in the attic. And just on normal raids, you can go in there and get epics and blue guns and stuff. So on night raids, that's going to be a great spot as well. A lot of good spots. You don't have to go straight here and fight for this stuff every time. You can go to Raider's Refuge, do the puzzle. You can go to Ancient Fort, do the puzzle. You can go up here and zip line into that upper area. a lot of different ways that we'll be able to get really, really, really good loot from the night raid here in Bluegate. So that is going to be exciting as well. So this is just the very first update with the new map conditions. I believe we got one new cosmetic, some quality of life updates as well. But if you haven't seen the roadmap yet, we still have all this coming here just in the month of November. We have a Northline map update coming soon. The Northline is going to be taking us to Stellamontis. Going to have a community unlock event. Believe that is to unlock Stellamontis. Thing I'm most excited about. Look at this now. This is really juicy. This is coming already here in November. It's November 8th, so maybe next week, maybe the week after. We don't know. Coming sometime this month, we get 2 new enemies, a Matriarch and a Shredder. New gameplay items, looks like a new Pew Pew, and new quests. I'm already done with all the quests. Give me more quests to do for more loot. The higher you go in the quests, the better stuff you get. The last quest you do, you get a snap hook for it. So I wonder what we'll get for the new quests. I wonder if you'll need to have all the previous quests completed to have them unlocked, or they're just going to be, you know, certain quests for Stellamontis that you'll get at a certain level and then be able to progress through those. So a lot more content. This is just the first update we've gotten so far. And it seems to be a pretty good one. Hidden Bunker seems awesome. We get the 5-tier difficulty. We get better loot on Bluegate. And we get the Electromagnetic Storm modifier. We're going to have a Snow modifier coming in December as well. So already, just a week into this game, we're getting some very interesting content that is developing the game, making the game richer, more interesting. This is what you need in this kind of game to keep it interesting, to keep people farming. People are so into it. People have hundreds of hours now already. I haven't even been playing it as much as other people, and I'm already at nearly 70 hours and level 50 with all the quests done and every workbench leveled up and on part 5 of the project and whatnot. So when you have a game like this, it's so important that you keep adding new things, and it seems like they're doing it right so far, giving us this new exciting content just 1 week in, and we still have all this coming in the next month. So make sure you're subscribed. I will be letting everybody know, making videos the second we have any information on when this Northline event is coming out. Like and comment the video to help with the algorithm. Everything is much appreciated. Prison Pocket Pete appreciates you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.